That's what the thrill of the entire record collecting is all about.
What we do here is go back, 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 back.
Hello friends and welcome to my new video. Today I'm going to talk about one of the biggest classics for rock music history, but I also would love to share a personal story about record collecting and also about the differences of buying stuff online or buying stuff in a local record store, and I can't wait to start. Let's go! Alright, let's start. So obviously I'm going to talk about the Jimi Hendrix Experience Electric Ladyland, and this is one of the probably most famous and most iconic albums for rock music history. Actually, everything has been said about the album, but I would like to share a personal story of my journey and how I got into the record. So, this is the first copy of the album that I ever bought. It was in my earliest days of collecting back in, I think, maybe 2008 or something like that. And I bought this record at my local record store in my hometown back then, and I got this in the €3 crate because actually the cover is in good condition and both records are strong VG+2, but on the fourth side there is a big scratch over the entire side which causes a loud pop. But you know, back in the days I said to myself, come on, for €3 I'm going to take it and listen to the first 3 sides, and then I can decide if the record sounds good and if it's worth to spend some big money on an original. By the way, this is an original German first pressing, the very first one that came out in Germany, and the label on Polydor looks like that. I hope you can see it, and it does sound really good, and I recognized back in the day that German first pressing is something really cool. I mean, it has this nice gatefold and everything. So I bought it for €3, and just before I recorded this video I checked out Discogs, and yeah, I saw that even copies in bad condition are selling for silly money in these days, which is kind of funny, to be honest. But nevertheless, I still kept this one in my collection, and within age and time I managed to find another copy, this one. And I uploaded the video about the haul in which I got this record some years ago, and actually, if I think back, this was one of my best finds ever, because condition is everything, like I always say. And this one, I hope you can see it. This is like in mint condition. The cover is still so glossy. The lamination is perfect. This is, you know, like a German first pressing that you could have bought yesterday. The records are that mint. And this is, I mean, that's so fascinating in a way, because this record was released in October 1968. Such a long time ago, and it's such a beautiful feeling to find a classic album like that as a first pressing, which sounds beautiful, the German one, and then the cover art is in this immaculate condition. I talked with another vinyl collector about this, and he said the machines that can produce this kind of lamination, this glossy lamination, they don't exist anymore, so it's actually impossible to recreate a lamination like that. And actually, this is so enjoyable to collect stuff like that. It's a classic album. When it comes to the Jimi Hendrix Experience, to my mind, there are just these 3 albums that should be in everyone's collection, like Electric Ladyland, of course, Are You Experienced, and Access Bold as Love. Of course, there are a ton of live recordings and recordings that were found after his death, but these 3 to my mind are the essential selection to have. But the story goes on. You know, I found this German first pressing a few years ago, and it's really enjoyable to listen to, and I put it in the shelf. And a few weeks ago I went to a record store here in the Ruhr area, and actually I also want to tell you some things about this record store, because it's a very interesting concept behind it, and I never saw something like that. It's a store you go into, and you can, it's not like, it's not a record store, actually it's a used bargain store, something like that, but you can rent a part of a shelf and you can sell your own stuff in it, and if you sell something the store will get, I don't know, like 20% or something. And they also have a huge selection of vinyl records, and I'd like to share some pictures if I can manage it. And it's a really cool store. They have a little cafe in the entrance area, and in the back area there's the used stuff like books, movies, clothes, everything actually, and of course some records. And yeah, this store is very special. I visited it a couple of times, and on this one day I woke up and I said to myself, come on, let's drive to the city, let's have a look, maybe they have some new records. And I walked in, and then I found this one. I'm still talking about Electric Ladyland. This is the version with the nude cover art. And I saw it in the crate, and it was one of the moments, you know, you see the record in the crate and you know it has to be in perfect condition. And by the way, this is also a German pressing. It's not like a first pressing, but it's like 76 or 77 it was released back then. But the condition, again, big luck. This is like it has been played once at least. I mean, isn't that beautiful? I can show you the label as well, and also the vinyl. I didn't even have to clean it because it still had the static on it. It's like a new record actually. So yeah, this is a mid-70s repressing, but again, it's so much fun finding good stuff. And this was actually, I wouldn't even say that this was expensive. I paid $35 for this one, but again, the cover art is still so glossy, and that's just beautiful, isn't it? And yeah, that's the story of how I found 3 copies of the Jimi Hendrix Experience, Electric Ladyland. It's definitely one of my favorite albums, never gets old, and he was just, yeah, probably one of the very, very best guitar players that ever lived on this planet. And no matter which version you prefer or which cover art you prefer, this is a fantastic album from start to finish. And yeah, it's so much fun. Collecting vinyl can be so much fun, and I would never, you know, the thing is, it's all about feelings. The day I woke up and decided to go to this store, I would have never expected to come home with a record like that. And to my mind, that's what the thrill of the entire record collecting is all about. Of course, I could have gone online and looked for some offers and buy it for, yeah, a bit more expensive price, but the thrill of collecting records is going to a record store and waking up and not knowing with which record you come back home, and that's so cool, isn't it? And I'm sure if I would have been in the store, let's say 3 hours later, I'm 100% sure the record would have been gone. And it's always this mixture of luck and yeah, fate in a way. That's so cool, isn't it? I mean, so I still, yeah, I think I have enough copies now, but you never know what you can find. If there would have been, it's also about buying stuff when it appears, you know? You just have to jump on it when it's there. And the decision of buying this record was like 1 second, not even 1 second actually. And you always have to buy the stuff that is available and that is available in good condition. If I would have found some great jazz that day, I would have bought some jazz. If I would have have some, I don't know, metal or punk or new wave or whatever, You have to buy what you can find in good condition. That's what it's all about. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.